I didn't get a chance to do my video. Actually, I did my video, but it didn't turn out as a video. It turned out as a picture. So, me and I got this inspiration from Kendall Cobb. We were doing it not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, and I was really upset that I didn't get a chance to walk around my house and cleanse it. So I am going to do it today because I said, what a brilliant way to go ahead and walk on all the edges and making sure that I am saying a prayer over all of the land. So I have my black sage mixed in with my red sage. Yeah. So, well, I'm also listening to Shout Now by Shirley Murdoch because some of the things we want to go ahead, we want to get that shout on right then and there, right? We want to be able to go ahead and feel that victory. But sometimes we don't know when it's going to come, right? So you just shout now. I know that nobody is going to be able to disrupt me and my property. And so even though I have to get somebody to come out here to do these bad boys near the fence, I still walk around because I know that protection is all over the place for me and anybody else that steps on my land, my family, my friends, my loved ones. We are all going to be protected. So I'm going to go ahead on these steps for a minute, make sure through my back door, all those things get done. And I really do need to wash this off because of the humidity. We have not been able to have much time at all. To wash things off and get things cleaned up. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to relight it because it's just down a little bit. But again, black sage and red sage. And I just put it in a candle that I had and I said, you know what, just go ahead and burn it while you're warding off all evil and manners of evil. Let me go ahead and shout now in victory over life, over health, well-being, love, joy, peace, grace, mercy, humility, willpower, and the willingness, determination, the focus. Okay, is this thing going off? And then my allergies are trying to act up at the same time because I came outside and even though I could turn my AC off, I don't know any of you who have allergies, but that's what happens to me. I come outside, then it's like boom for a minute, and then I'm like, whatever, I'll be fine. So let's go ahead and keep walking around. So I'm gonna go and walk a line. I don't know why this thing has not come out the ground yet. I didn't even put it here, but we're gonna go up underneath and making sure that your incense or lit or is your candle that you may have that you want to go ahead and preserve, and that way some people do it that, but since I'm outside, there's nothing wrong with having the incense. I think because I did it in the house too, that it causes me. Hey, how you feeling, my brother? All right now. I tell you the truth, I love it when I come outside. No matter what time, no matter what I'm looking like, I'm like, dang, I gotta remember. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down for a minute. Why is a leaf right there? See, when you wash things, Mother Nature can dirty it up, right? But I'm going to sit here for a few and enjoy and get back into my meditation. I'm getting back into enjoying what is happening right now. I already know what the problems I have to face, so why not shout now? Because all of them, at some point or another, is going to be conquered. It's going to be over with, and it's on to the next. So I'm going to preserve my energy. So I'm giving myself a lot of grace today. No bees. Oh, dear Lord, is there a... Wait a minute. Am I seeing anything? No, where did y'all come from? Don't be bothering me now. Oh, I know. Ah, the incense. Ah, well, as long as they don't bother me, I'm not gonna bother them. But they just came out of nowhere, and that's been happening in the past like 5 to 10 years. They just start coming out and you in places, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're coming from the ground. Hold up, you know. And then I'm looking to see if there's any trees up there, because normally you go up there and you'll see a hive or something up there, or it's fallen down, but it doesn't seem like there is anything that I can see, and they're also gone too. So again, problem solved. Chilling out, relaxing, and allowing it to just burn out naturally. Okay, there's this one, y'all. So if it stings me, y'all see it right here. There's the culprit. He's trying to fly away, but y'all saw what he looked like. Anywho, I just want to enjoy a morning because I got sad, and after just doing the video, there was still things on my chest that I needed to say, that I needed to express. And what I did, I said, wait a minute. I started doing my house. I make sure I walk in every room and open up closets and everything else, and just allow all that energy that might be stuffed somewhere. And I do that internally. And what I found out, was the normal things that I have no control over, that was stuffed down. And so, with that being said, then I just went ahead and said, you know what, let me do the house. And then I thought about it, and I said, ooh, I forgot, because I had told Kendall that I didn't end up doing a video. I'm thinking I shot a video, but it didn't. So there's nothing wrong with blessing my house inside and out. And then I'm getting also the joy out of it, because what I started to cry about in the house maybe about 30 minutes ago, that since I'm doing this cleansing, then what a lovely day. This is part of my self-care on the selfie Saturday, part of my meditation routine, which I'll get into now as well, because sometimes it's music, and then I'll just go ahead and drift off quietly, but I couldn't do that, and I couldn't drift off meditatively. I ended up just being able enough to get out, but I said there's something else that needed to get out, the sadness that needed to get out of there. So I said, wait a minute, I got to throw in some gospel. That's what's going to lift me up out of this. And so I just didn't even go through all that. I have a whole playlist of spiritual songs. And so I said, wait a minute, let me get into God, let me get into Jesus, and everybody else can hold up for a minute, because the Holy Spirit is embodying a message to me. And so, yeah, I'm like, okay. So, even though, like I said, I have a spiritual practice by incorporating different things like yoga and stuff like that in there, because I notice things in my body and in my mind that clears me out. This is my roots. And as you can see, it's wild that for 18 years I've been looking at that church. And so I'm always reminded about me being a temple and things that I got to do better. But today is about what? Giving ourselves grace, taking care of self. So I appreciate and I celebrate how far I've come. And it's for me to celebrate. It's for me to be able to say, what am I going to do to get out the pain? And so now I get to go inside and say, great job, well done, Christy. You did it, what you're supposed to do, because I talked about it earlier on my live this morning as watching the sun rise on up through. It was a perfect time to talk about these issues. So I thank you for joining me. I hope they let me put this on there because it's a 10-minute reel. Not a reel, excuse me, a 10-minute video. Boy, I tell you, reels, posts, stories, everything that they tell you to do. You know, it's like all these things in your brain at one time. And I'm not an AI person mentally. I am a human being. I am a woman. So therefore, my download is now. And I don't have to think about all that extra crap and trying to be all politically correct on these things. The point is, give yourself time. And if one method doesn't work, the other one will surely do its thing. Okay? So there's a lot of love. I don't want to show this car because one thing I can't stand is when people show vehicles and their tags. Like that car, I mean, they're going to tow that car away, so nobody cares about that car. For me, anyway, you know, I don't care about that, but I try to be as cognitively possible as I can, not to get certain things, people or certain things in videos that, because I just can't. I shudder to think of how many times I could be on somebody's video and not know it. So anyway, you guys, give yourself some love and mercy and grace too. I tried the one thing, talking it out. I thought that would do it. It didn't do it. I played some music. It was partially there, but it didn't do it. And then I said, wait a minute, let me get my incense out and the different color sages, put it in this candle that I've already had a little bit of my white sage, red sage, and black sage in already. So adding more red and black didn't do any harm to it. And I started doing my house, and I was like, gospel, gotta get the gospel in there. And it started changing my mind. So if I have to go through another series, which I probably am, like just wash up these 2 or 3 daggone dishes that I don't know why I didn't do yesterday. And then I'm going to fully give myself time to do a home spa day and just ease into this as the pain tries to creep up. And I know I got to get ahead of the pain before it hits me to a certain point and takes me down. So there's a lot of different things that goes through our mind, and to be strong, it gets tiresome. So we have to put in those fillers to get rebooted, you know, revitalized, refreshed. However you want to be able to say it, relaxed. It's a something, right? We want to do a redo of feeling good. So I'm hoping this message blesses at least one person.